last week came a little bit unexpectedly, I think. Going into the event, I haven't had the best season yet, and I've been learning a lot about myself. I've been learning a lot about my game and how I should prep, but there wasn't anything that really aligned super well when I was out there playing, and I think starting out the first 2 rounds gave me a little bit of confidence to really kind of have a spark in playing the game like I envision it, and then to be able to really cut to the wire and play against Madeline, basically almost like a match play format, was super incredible and had a lot of fun. But at the same time, I don't think I've ever really came from behind like that in any of the events that I've played in. So definitely an experience and gives me a little bit more momentum coming into this week. But I'm just still kind of sinking it all in.
And you kind of went in a different mode the last few holes, 4 birdies in the last 5 holes. Have you gotten a chance to kind of think through like what the mindset was going through those holes and how you kind of zoned in?
Yeah, there was definitely, I guess, a zoning in kind of moment that I had in the back nine. It almost felt a little bit like acceptance, but at the same time not giving up. The golf course that I'm playing, it was me being very present and having the patience to really just hit shot by shot, as cliche as it sounds. But I think that's what really happens when you're in that moment and trying to play the best you can coming from behind. So it was pretty fun to just stay in that.
And we'll turn to this week. This is your first time defending on the LPGA Tour. Just how excited are you for this week to have Michelle here as a tournament host and media day with Yana and her? Just talk a little bit about what you're looking forward to this week.
It was super fun. I've been in Jersey now for 2 weeks. And I think the media day went super well. Yana, Michelle, and I had so much fun. We went to the Yankee Stadium, and I think even being at Liberty, we just had a good time and good chats. And I mean, it's always an honor to be able to come back, especially now. I guess I'm not really a rookie anymore, considering this is the first event that I played in back then. And I guess it's a little bit of a start to, I guess, more familiar territory. But at the same time, I mean, it's so incredible coming back and also seeing Michelle and everything she's doing and all that she's accomplishing. I mean, I'm really grateful to have her as not only a friend, but also someone to look up to.
Mm-hmm. And one last question from me, and then I'll open it up on the Zoom. Just when you're walking around here, kind of seeing the sights again, what kind of memories come back to from last year?
Yeah, I played a couple holes out there. I know what kind of shots I hit, and there were a couple really great shots that I think about, and I'm like, wow, that was pretty good. And at the same time, I think going out there and really kind of feeling the environment a little bit again, it's all good vibes.
And if anyone has a question on the Zoom, they can unmute. Beth Ann, I see you. See you there?
Yes. Hi, unmuted. Hi, Rose.
Hello.
I think I saw you yawn just before we got started here. I'm wondering how your energy levels are. Can you kind of take us through what happened after you left the media room on Sunday in terms of celebration and rest?
Yeah, it seems like I got caught. But I think yesterday was a little bit busier than I anticipated and not golf related, really. I had an outing, and it was just, I had an outing in Long Island. So even though it was close by, it was still quite hefty in terms of not golf preparation. But I think I've just been kind of running on a little bit of adrenaline that first night, and I'm still adjusting, which I think, I'm giving myself a little bit more grace in my preparation and just trying to see what I can do to best prepare myself going into this week. And from there, I think I should be fine after a night's rest.
Was that Betsy King's outing? Did
No,
you go to golf after that?
no,
Oh,
no,
no.
no. It was more so like a family friend gathering.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So, so what did you do Sunday night to celebrate? Anything?
I I drove an hour and a half, or was riding an hour and a half to Long Island, and I was actually FaceTiming a bunch of my friends and catching up. I also got to FaceTime my teammates, Rachel, Tina, um, Carol, Megs, and it was just super fun to see them. And at the same time, a lot of my non-golf friends also FaceTime. So it was a little fun moment to catch up. Talked a little bit about my golf, but other than that, we were catching up on each other's lives too. So I think that's basically all I did. Called my mom, obviously, Mother's Day, and my whole family was at my mom's house. So it was fun to just get to see everyone.
And then lastly, obviously, you know this course well. So does that mean that you get to take today off in terms of playing, or, get a little bit of extra rest since you don't have to, learn much?
Yeah, I think it's still important to go see the golf course. I just played 6 holes and then I'll go back out in a little bit. And then just basic practice. I think it's still important to get your fundamentals in. And I don't feel as tired as that yawn indicated. But I think it's still important just because this golf course does play difficult, and you don't know every year the conditions are different, so still takes a little bit to adjust.
Thank you.
All right, Zephyr. I'm going to switch it on real fast.
You mentioned you hadn't played very well most of the season. Was there anything last week that you changed in your technique to kind of find your form?
Just a little bit. I was working on a little bit of swing mechanics and with Todd, and at the same time, I also just felt like I was not being intuitive enough with my golf game as I normally was. Usually I'm pretty, or back in amateur golf days, I didn't have a caddy and I didn't have Ollie by my side. So every decision that I made was full commitment and it was full intuition on how I felt about the shot. So last week I did try a little bit more to be able to really dig deep a little bit more and handle what kind of shots I needed to hit and make a decisive point on that. So that's all I did.
What was it about the mechanics in your swing that you adjusted?
Yeah, well, it's been a while since I've been able to have eyes on my golf swing, so it was a lot of going back to what I was really good at, keeping the swing simple. I was coming really inside and causes a lot of different shots to happen that are not exactly the best. So I think it was more so just getting myself on plane and being able to come down with the right timing.
And then last question, I know that you were named a Mizuho ambassador recently. What's it like coming back here, seeing your face kind of on all the branding here?
I know, it's kind of crazy. I'm super honored to be able to represent Mizuho. They've been nothing but amazing with everything that they've been doing for the game of golf, and I mean, coming back and seeing my face is not something that I'm as used to, but I'm taking it all in. Super, super glad to be a part of the team.
Angela?
Hi, Rose. I have two questions. Two questions kind of focused and centered around the junior golf aspect. You represented the U.S. as a junior at the 2017 and 2019 Ping Junior Solheim Cup. Do you have any good memories or advice for the junior team competing in September?
Oh, definitely. I think those two events were one of the best amateur or junior events that I was able to participate in. It's a huge honor to be able to represent the U.S. and being a junior, playing against Europe, you have this fun format that you don't usually get to play in junior golf. And at the same time, you really also get to hang out with the pros a little bit during that week after you play. So one of my favorite memories was just being able to room with everyone, and when we go out to watch the pros play, we get to be inside the ropes here and there, get to kind of share memories with each other. I played in Des Moines, and I also played in Glen Eagles. So with the team traveling and getting to see so many different things was one of my favorite memories.
Awesome. And in your opinion, how has women's golf and opportunities for junior golf girls specifically, changed in the last few years, and how do you think these opportunities will change the game in the future?
I think especially an event like this, being able to play alongside the pros is such valuable experiences for all the juniors. I remember playing in the ANA Junior Inspiration, and we got to play with the LPGA Hall of Famers on the final day in the final round. And even though they're not exactly they're seasoned veterans, and even though they're not currently competing, you still learn so much from their games and what their experiences are. And now the juniors get to really see what a real LPGA event looks like, and they also get to play alongside the pros that are in contention and competing in that lifestyle. So I think this event really gives those juniors the decision in the future on what they actually want to do, whether they enjoy it or not. And no matter what, they can take a lot away from it. So I knew I did as a junior when I was playing alongside a couple pros and playing in major championships as an exemption.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions for Rose? All right. Thank you very much. Best of luck this week.